Go record on this. Okay, there we go. Okay. I don't have anything specific planned for tonight's topic. I wanted to kind of talk about goals moving into the fall and winter season. I know we are smack dab in the middle of the summer, but transition month will be next month and it is quickly upon us. So I'm going to touch a little bit on transition um, and what some things are that we can do ahead of time to get ready, but I would like to kind of do it as like an open chat kind of thing, just to see where you guys are at and to see what you think, what your goals are, or what you would like to see happen during transition. So that's kind of what I would like to talk about, and then if it goes somewhere great, then that's perfect. But how are you guys feeling with transition being right around the corner, with the freaking fall and winter being right around the corner? Is everybody ready for it? Or I feel like all of us have been through it before, so I feel like we all kind of already know, but is there anything that you guys need help with regards to transition? I guess that's what I need to know so that I know how to kind of hone it in and address those questions. And everybody is muted.
I'm sorry, bath water for her. I'll participate.
You're fine, girl. You're fine. I don't know how. Looks like I can ask people to unmute, but that's all I can do. Suzanne, how about you? Or is there something that do you feel pretty comfortable with transition? Like you know everything that's come in and everything that how to, I guess, get through transition? You got to unmute.
Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay.
For me, it always just sneaks up on me. It's like, oh my God, I'm just getting a handle on these scents and this product and that product. And it's like, dang, going. I'm just now figuring this out, and you're gonna switch gears on me, but it's all good. I mean, I'm a little teeny tiny little, nothing. So I mean, I'll deal with it. I mean, and I think the one thing, and you're saying we're all pretty much used to this. I have to say, now that I've been doing this for 2 years, the one thing I have learned is don't get rid of your testers. Do
Oh, yeah.
not get rid of your testers. You keep your testers, all of your testers, because it's going to come back around. It's like fashions from the 70s are now like all about it. I will say, if I had learned anything from transition, is never get rid of your testers. If they start looking old or something, dig those puppies out, put them on a felt pad, and send them on their way.
Yep. And I actually have started just giving out old testers. I went through all of mine, and I know some people have a really smart way where they go in and they'll put, like, you can get those little round stickers. I've heard of people going in and putting those little round stickers, and they put two things on them. One, they put what category they fall under, what fragrance family, to make them easy to find and address to people, which I think that's smart, even with your current testers. When you hand them to someone, if they pick it up and they see a blue dot with a little fresh or an F on it, then they know that that falls under the fresh category. But I go through mine periodically, and I keep 3 of each scent. That's just how I've done it. I always buy extra testers because that's what I give out in my party packs. It just makes it easier. It's less work for me to put 6 testers in there, which is going to be one of every family, with the exception of one, because we have 7 families. But I just put them in there, and it just is easier for me. And then I tell the person to keep them. So I usually, at the beginning of transition, when everything is on sale, I buy an extra 2 or 3 sets of testers, depending on how many I feel like I'm going to need. But it always renders me with extra. So then I go through them and I just keep 3, because I figure I want to have one set here I want to, preferably have all sets out. But then after 3, if I have more than 3, that's an overkill. And I put them in a little Tupperware container. And then when I want to give out prizes, I'll throw 2 or 3 in there. They love them. And I just tell them to go ahead.
The other thing I have learned over these years is my testers. I mean, I do it for parties and stuff too, but I keep them in their individual fragrance category. It makes it so much easier at transition.
Absolutely.
I buy the transition kit, and then all I got to do is make sure I have the ones that are still relevant and the ones that are new. And
Yeah.
I don't know how many new people we have, but that was a learning curve for me, is to always keep them in their scent category.
Yeah.
It just makes it so much easier for transition.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, I think in general, even when you're handing those out to people, I just use little bags. I use the same holographic bags, and I just put a label on them that says spice or fresh or woods or whatever. And I put them in that. So even when I hand them to people, they're usually like that. I'm going to definitely do a training, probably. I really need to be on it right now. I will probably try to do one just by itself, where I actually have time to sit down and take notes and touch on all of the topics, kind of like I did last year from my brother's hotel room in Charlottesville. It was a very fast and furious, but I need to have time to go through, and unfortunately today was not that day. But I will be doing a separate training that's going to talk just about some things to be prepared with. And I've got notes all over here. And I don't know if I can find them quickly or not. If I could find them quickly, that would be great, because nope, this is just my checklists. And that's not what I was looking for. But anyway, I'm gonna find those and do a separate training on just that, so that everybody has a good understanding. I think when you see the workstation stuff and you just get all of these different things, I think it's hard. I think it's a lot of information all at one time, and it's hard to kind of weed through it to say, okay, well, what is it that I need? And what I can tell you, I feel like the absolute most important, obviously, is the testers. For me, I always, and some people don't even know that you can get these, but I always get the, it's a
Hard copy.
binder one, but it's like on cardboard. It's just a much thicker. And I always get one of those because this one stays next to my desk. And when I'm sitting here working and somebody needs to know something, I can flip it open. I'm not ruining a catalog that I'm going to later give to somebody. I'm not bending it up. I'm not flipping through it. I'm not doing all of those things. And then I also use these for, which I don't have one here, but I also use these for my bingo parties, where I can put little tags on them so that I can go through and hit when my customer says, I really am interested in the, I don't know, flower garden warmer. I can actually put a little sticky note on it that says flower garden, so that when I'm going over it, I can literally flip right to that page and have it in front of them. So I do think that those things are important.
Hey, Becky.
Yes.
The only other thing is a small person, because I just do this on the side. 2 things I always get: the new testers, product sheets. If I get nothing else, if I'm really low on revenue in my Scentsy account, those are the 2 things I get, because you can always mail those out for just a stamp.
Yes. Oh no, that when I hit the training, that's definitely going to be one of the topics I'm going to touch on, because the product sheets are amazing. And the thing is, guys, right here, right now, and I will show you where my current stash is. So this is my current stash. I have some left, not a lot. I am going to be pushing really hard, because 6 of these will go out in any pouch parties, and I probably have 12, maybe 15 left, and that's it. So right now is when, and all through next month, You need to be getting rid of all of these at whatever cost. Having these left in your house afterwards does you no good at all. Sure, you can put on there and you can mark out the ones that are gone, but what a pain in the butt. So now is the time, if you have these left, to start using them, get them in people's hands, do whatever you attach a quick little felt sample to them or something, but now is the time to get these out of your hands.
I actually ran out
Good job.
because I made all of those little packs that I
Mhm.
just randomly passed out to people, and I'll be completely transparent and honest. I'm not in a place where I have much money.
Mhm.
So I was literally just I used my June Son of the Month flyers that I had left over. I used my July ones because I haven't had money to send out Happy Mail. And I literally just
Uh-oh, we lost you. You froze. Let's see if she's gonna
Let's
come
make
back.
a snowman.
Yeah.
had to ask somebody else. I had asked Morgan if she had extra. I'm going to get some from Morgan because I'm out.
Yeah.
But I don't
But-
want to order. I don't want to order more packs at this
No,
point.
not this late in the game. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You can do QR codes or anything else in the meantime to hold you over. But okay, so I am going to touch bases on a couple of things that I think are really super important for transition. Obviously, the sense, if you can get, testers, if you can get the 10 new release bars, that's the way to go. Immediately make samples of those. Come this coming week, when we hit SFR, we will have access to catalogs. So we'll know from that point forward what scents we currently have. I always keep some from the fall and winter. The ones that are like our top sellers, our best sellers, I always keep at least one of those. And sometimes I'll put them in my club. Well, I'll put some of them in my club just because I love them, but sometimes I'll actually create a club, just one separate club, just for some fall winter scents. And I'll put enough to get one of every category in there and have it set on a quarterly. So every 3 months, which means I'm only going to get 2 shipments of it. But what that allows me to do is to have at least what I think is going to come back. There's no guarantee and we don't know. But what I can tell you is that as soon as I get back from SFR and I do know, I'm going to start making my samples then. I will do one full day bulk sample. I'm going to go through any fall winter scents that I have. And whatever I have, that's what I'm going to use to get a head start before I can get any of the new ones. And then, of course, once the new ones come out, I make samples of those and have those ready to go as well.
And
Catalogs.
Becky, again, if you keep your testers, guess what? You're already ahead of the game.
Yes.
If you don't know what's there, I
Yes.
can't do that ahead of time. But that's a good way, another resource. If you keep your testers from season to season,
Yeah.
we don't know. But if you've got that tester, it's not going to make a whole lot of samples, but it's a start.
I wouldn't make samples with my testers though. I would pull them and have them in a separate thing saying these are coming back. The ones that are not coming back, if they don't make the cut, I'm not saying they'll never come back, but chances are if they do come back, it's only going to be as a bring back my bar. So what I do is I keep all of my fall winter testers from last year. I have every one of them. And then when I get that catalog in my hand and I can say, okay, this is what's coming back, I'm going to go through those and I'll put the ones that did not come back in a whole separate pile. And I typically will hang on to that through the fall and winter season. I will not get rid of those until the following spring and summer because sometimes they come back as a holiday brick or, in some sort of, collection that they're launching. So I still hold on to them just in case that happens. But going back to things that I think are important, I think the scents, getting those, that common saying, if you can smell it, I can sell it. So I think having the scents, having the product sheets, having catalogs if you can do so, those to me are the most important things. Now, whether or not you get the warmers, whether or not you get the body line, whatever, I'll be honest with you on that stuff. I have found that it saves me time and money to just buy the samples from the consultant store for the entire body line. I literally, and I am just about out of those as well. But it's so cost efficient to just take it. Let me get it to go. And I literally just put double-sided tape on it and stick it right to the brochure for the body. So this particular one is Vanilla Waves Body Wash, literally. And to me, I'm going to be honest with you, it does not matter to me if the scent is still around or not. If I had extras of these left over, I wouldn't care if I was giving them out off season, because the reality is they're not looking for the scent when they're looking at the sample or when they're using the sample. They're actually looking at the product itself. How did it make them feel? Is it soft? Did it clean them well or moisturize their hands or their legs or wherever they're putting it? They can hone in on their own scent that they like later. Also, another big thing, in case you guys don't know, I feel like everybody here probably knows this, but you can get scented stickers for the body line, for the laundry line, for all of that. So it's another cost-efficient way to get, if you can't do the samples, at least you can do that. But these body samples, I can mail these for one stamp, guys, because they're flat. They, it's literally, I'm sticking them to a brochure. I can put this, I can put a product sheet, and I can put a newsletter in one envelope and mail it for one stamp.
I'm always afraid they're going to break.
I mean, it's a thick seal all the way around. I'm not going to say that they can't break, but
I'm going to say it's 3-year-old tested.
Yeah, there you have it. I can tell you, I've never had anybody come back to me and say that it arrived busted. So
okay.
I will say that, and I send them out a lot. Next thing is, now is a good time to go back and talk to the people that hosted with you this same time last year. Right now, and I really think August is the big month to do your very best to have as many parties as you can. And the reason I say that is because right now you have that perception that you can lay onto them that says, hey, we can have your party now, and then you can use your rewards on all the brand new stuff coming. And it's not a fear of missing out, but it's such a high, I think, for people to go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what's coming. And you can entice them, because you can say, if you are hosting a party in August, you're going to get sneak peeks of stuff that's going to be coming in the new catalog season. And then you should definitely throw some of that in their party. You can throw some of the warmers, some of the scents. You can throw, it's that same as the, out with the old, in with the new, or, last chance, first glance, whatever you want to call it. But this is a big time to be asking people to host, because if you can get them to host, you can entice them with that, because you're going to be giving them information that they can't find anywhere else. You need one of those next seasons. Oh, girl, yeah. Are you talking about the catalog? It's so nice, Haley, because it really, it's just thick. Like, and let me tell you why else I like it. And I got these little binders. It was a 3-pack on Amazon. It's a pink one, a purple one, and a green one. So I have the other two over here. But that's the other reason that I like these so much, is because I can literally save these. How many times have you gone through testers that are old, or you're looking for something, or somebody asks for something? So I don't know how far back I'll save these, but to me, these are just much more durable. They're not going to rip. You can wipe them off. If you wrote on it, you can wipe it off. Totally smart idea to get these. Okay, what else? Let me look around. Flyers. I still have some flyers. I do the same thing, by the way, for my laundry. I do not get the whiffs and samples from the consultant store because to me, I can make them a whole lot faster and a whole lot cheaper than what I can buy them. But I do get the laundry detergent, which is also very reasonably priced. And I'm going to show you what I do right quick. Let me go get one right quick. So what I do, sorry, I was not prepared, y'all. Oh, and then I unzipped the bag that I needed to zip. Or no, I zipped the bag I needed to unzip. So what I do is I take a hair tie and I just have a bunch of them. These have little gnomes on them. I do the same thing. Obviously, you're going to want to put your sticker on there, but this is just the laundry one. And then I make my own samples of the whiffs. And then you can get the samples from the consultant store. And I still have some cents off left, so I still send it. So it would be 3, it would be, but anyway, I put them just inside and then I take this and I wrap it right around it. It's super cute. It's super fast. It's super easy. Done. And I can sit, now this will take more than a stamp. But most of the time I'm either handing these out in person or these are going in. Everyone that does a party with me is going to get one of these. I try to put a sample of everything that we have brochures for, and I attach them to the brochures, and then I put a scent circle in there, and just some tips and tricks on having a successful party. You've definitely been pushing to book parties, been hard, but keep going. You make your whiff samples. Yeah, exactly. Yes, the catalog, you just keep a regular catalog for myself and it always rips, girl. And they're not even expensive. They're like $3, I think. Super. And I think you can go in there right now and get one for the current season that we're in. If you want to have one to save for this season and then get the new one next season. Okay, what
Becky,
else? Yes.
Becky, on the washer whiffs, what I have done is if it's like I just got you just sent me, oh my God, that Fuji, I love Fiji washer whiffs. I know you and I are different on that way. But what I have done in the past is like when they have the flash sales, the warehouse sales, the clearance, I'll get whatever washer whiffs on sale and a couple of dryer discs, and I will push the dryer disc into the washer whiff so they get the double whammy, and they can, and I always tell them, leave this in with the whiff, if you choose to purchase this so that it will keep its scent. That's just something different I do that you weren't mentioning.
Well, I mean, I do typically put, I take my dryer discs and rip them in half and use that as 2 separate samples. So I
That's what
do
I'm saying.
that because I'm not.
Yeah, you take the
I was away from a cruise this year. Exactly, girl. Yeah, no, I do typically put the dryer disc in there as well. That's smart to push it in the same bag. I have not done that. But I just attach them all. But I forgot where I was going. I was getting ready to go somewhere with
Sorry.
something. No, you're fine.
We were talking about books, catalogs.
Yeah, I don't think that's what it was. We talked about samples. We talked about we were talking about parties, I think, with the hosting and stuff like that. But I lost my track, and I don't think it was anything major. That I think it was just kind of like talking about something else, or maybe it was something I read. With samples, goal for transition month is building consistent habits. Okay, I don't know what it was. It's gone. Squirrel. But so anyway, transition is big, and I think that how you handle your transition can make or break the start of your season. I don't think it's going to break your season if you don't do it, but I do think that it can make or break the start of your season. I think if you go into it prepared, and you have some parties lined up, hopefully you're going to get parties from those parties. But guys, people want to know what's coming. And if you have that excitement in your voice and you're talking to them and you're like, oh my gosh, look what is coming. Just the fact that they're going to know about it early. And I always send them a catalog too. I know last year at SFR, we could purchase catalogs. I'm going to totally do that again if it's available this year. Because that was just nice to not have to wait on them, especially now that I don't have to fly back with them. I'm driving. So my plan is to go ahead and probably get 3 packs of catalogs because that's about what I go through, and then buy some extra product sheets, and even the scented stickers if that's the case. But excuse me. But I do think, and that's another thing, guys. I know you guys have all seen this, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Might not spend any time on it because I can't find it. Okay. Yeah, I got my stuff all discombobulated over here. Gosh, I got a lot of stamps over here. I got my stuff all discombobulated, but I know you guys have seen where you take one piece of cardstock and cut it into thirds, and you can put all 10 new stickers on there. That's a great way to get the sense out to people, the new stuff that's coming. I really thought, oh, there it is. Ha, found them right in my hand, stuck between a little gobble here. But these, and clearly I need to get rid of these because I have probably just enough to go with those packs. But anyway, you can do these. I do them front and back, and you can put the scented stickers right on it. Super, damn, that smells good. Super easy, convenient way to get this in people's hands early. Again, if at SFR, Haley, are you going to SFR? You keep freezing. Oh, that's Alex. Haley, are you going to SFR? I'm curious, girl. I'm curious. I'm gonna try to put this stuff back while I wait. Hopefully she'll respond in just a minute, but anyway, I think that that's huge. I think the more you can do next month before transition actually hits, the more you can do in August to prepare you for September. Here's what I think is going to happen, guys. And I was not a consultant before they changed. Like, ever since I've been a consultant, transition was always August. It was not September like it is now. And while I agree with it being in September, because I don't want to have fall scents in August, what I think is going to happen, just from my experience of the harvest collection and then the Christmas collection, I think if we thought it went fast last year, I think it's going to be bam, 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 bam this year because it's a month later. And I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember like the Harry Potter, and then boom, the harvest, and then boom, Christmas, and then boom, the winter, bricks. And I mean, it was just like you couldn't, every time you came up for air, you were having something else shoved down your throat. Mm-hmm. So, running out of time.
It was like a new release every other day.
Yep.
Yes. And so I want to say this to you guys while we're talking about it. And I wish I had my badge in here. I really had great plans to be prepared today, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. One thing I do want to say is you don't have to do everything. Alex and I were talking a little bit about this earlier. You don't have to do everything. I've almost completely stopped doing mystery bags because there really wasn't any interest. And then I did polls and everybody said, bring them back. And then when I brought them back, I still would only get like 3 hits on them. So that's probably something that I'm going to wean out. Or I'm going to do another poll that just says, are you more interested in wickless mail, which is going to be $15 and under, or are you interested in mystery bags, which is going to be $30? You won't be able to make it. You just stopped mystery bags, restarted your wickless mail. Exactly. So that's something I'll poll in my group and just see what they think. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but time will tell. But don't feel like you have to do everything. Oh, we got 8 minutes. Okay. I was like, what does that say? Don't feel like you have to do everything. You do 5 to 7 bags of Club Wickless, but your mystery bags are dud. It's just been crazy because I used it. Well, when Suzanne was my customer and Jamie was my customer, I was selling them like crazy. And now y'all all joined and now I don't sell any. but I'm still rather have you here on my team. So anyway, and I do think that that will change. I think that all of these things are going to change. I'm looking forward to next year. I don't know where you guys are, but I'm just going to tell you after Cabo, I never want to miss another one. And I'm looking forward to rocking and rolling and going full speed ahead.
Jackie,
Yes.
I will not
What
miss
is gonna
another
happen?
one.
You what?
what is going to happen if we don't meet our goal? I don't know what that is going to mean to us as a team. We're going to have to go to somebody else, but we'll still be under you. I know
Yes.
you only have a moment or so, but we
Yeah.
haven't really addressed that. And that's been on my mind.
Yeah, we got 7 minutes. It's fine. So we will lose the team Rusty's Roadies. That's all that will happen. And then if later we build our team back up and we can hit that 10,000, we lost 5 people last month with transition, or not with transition, with commissions. We used to be a team of, I think our highest ever was like 46, and now we're at 41. We will lose our team, Rusty's Roadies, and then we will fall directly under Melanie, is my understanding, which we already fall under her as our superstar director. But, and you see it on your workstation already, like when you click on there, it shows her as your director instead of me because I'm in queue. So we will lose our team. And then if we ever get it back again, then I'll just have to ask for Rusty's Roadies back again. So it's not the end of the world. What we will lose, what the part that's important to me that we will lose is that once we lose that, I will lose a lot of the reporting that I have now, which is what I use to shout you guys out. So all of the shout outs will stop. Because if I can't shout out the people that I have been shouting out, I don't want to just shout out the people that fall directly under me. So like I'll still see your numbers, I'll still see Alex's numbers, but I won't see the numbers of the people that are under Alex. I won't see the numbers of the people that are under you. And at the point that we lose our team, I don't think it's fair because they have been accustomed to me shouting them out and rooting them on and encouraging them. So what I will probably do when that happens, because I do think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to hit our numbers this month. Everyone that is currently active would have to pretty much bring in another 500 between now and the end of the month. I don't see it happening. I'm okay with it. It's actually going to be less work on me, so I'm totally okay with it. I don't want it to happen, but I don't see any way around it. But what I will probably do is put all of the pictures up there like I would normally have. And I would just say, shout yourself out when you hit those so that we can all encourage you and cheer you on. The problem with that is people don't do it. In our team, people don't shout themselves out. And it's really hard getting that interaction. Like, I love it when I see other people jump on and do stuff and post, hey, this is what I did today. I think that that's what can make or break us as a team. And I feel like that's something I need to work on getting better at for us. I need to work on, and like Haley is not technically on our team. Courtney is not technically on our team. I love them though, and I don't want them to go anywhere. Because if they're bringing stuff to the table, if they're showing up for meetings like this, then you were adopted here, girl. But if they're showing up for meetings like this and they're showing up as part of our team, then to me, they're part of our team. That's just how I look at it. No different than when we lost Morgan. You know, did I hate that? Absolutely. But it doesn't matter who I fall under. It doesn't matter if I fall under Morgan, if I fall under Chelsea, if I fall under Melanie, if I fall under Suzanne or Alex or Haley. Doesn't matter who I fall under. I'm still going to work my business the exact same way. Because that ultimately is what's most important to me. I'm happy with my PRV where it's at. Of course, I'm never going to say, well, I want it to be less than. So it will change. The shout outs will stop at the end of this month. And I hope that people will go in and shout themselves out because I won't be able to see it. And I feel like that builds morale. I feel like go ahead, girl.
So as I think, I could be wrong, but I think I have the largest number of people of your directs. And I'll be honest, I said I think I have the largest number of people as under your directs.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, like I don't shout them out because I already know that you do. So, that's probably I don't want to lose the team either, but that would be some more accountability for me to do that.
Oh, it definitely will because it's just one of those things that I won't be able to see the numbers, so I won't be able to shout them out. I will only see those who fall directly under me. I will know that they have people that fall under them, but I won't be able to see their numbers or like our top 10 that the postcards that I mail out, those will stop because I won't have an accurate number. And I know that people look forward to those. I look forward to doing them, but I want to be fair and I don't know any other way to do it once that happens. So that's what will happen to answer your question.
I think my biggest question was, are you going to be okay?
Oh, girl, my PRV right now is over 3,000. My paycheck has never it's a beefier paycheck if we hit those numbers because then I get paid at title, but my paycheck is still mostly me and always has been. So yeah, I'm going to be just fine. That's why I said it. I know a lot of people had all these mixed feelings about do I stay or do I go when we lost Morgan. And the thing is, I'm in this for me. I love Morgan. I love her to death. But I'm in this for me. Yeah. I mean, like, I hate that she's not here with us. But I'm in this for me. I'm in this to build something for me and my grandchildren and for vacations and to home improvements and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter whether I have a team or not. What matters is whether I work my business. So
Okay.
we have less than a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. But if you guys need anything, reach out, and I will definitely tomorrow probably be working on a real transition one. So I'll probably go live tomorrow and do that. Right now, I'm in to put food on the table. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I will be fine, girl. I will be fine.
Love
Promise.
you.
Love you guys. And I will see y'all soon.